character.
In the middle of the restaurant.
We're back.
You know what's funny? So we were doing this TikTok thing where, by the way, Caleb McCurry 647. Just check it out. Where we give each other bad jokes and we can't read it until we get on stage. Mm-hmm. And Dace, what he wrote for Tyler was somebody else's joke in the comedy scene.
And I didn't know it until I got on stage. And I almost called an audible because I was like, this is bad. This is like...
It's very bad.
This is going to get back to this person somehow.
I hope that it doesn't get back to that
hopefully he's not on TikTok.
person.
Which is where I'm at right now.
Yeah, he's definitely not on the biggest social media app in the world.
It's such a bad joke.
It's horrible.
So fucking awful.
And then I wrote Dace a bad joke that I tried one time, and then he's reading it, and I was like, this is his voice. This is like something he would write. And then he ends it and
afterwards.
He goes, can I have that?
Afterwards, I was like, that's actually kind of good. I'm keeping
I
it.
actually like that. That's actually sick. Whatever. We're back, dude.
Check it out on TikTok.
On TikTok.
I'll be on there.
I gotta tell you, when we parked around the block, we got out of the car, and I go, the city. If you can make it here,
you can make it anywhere.
You can make it anywhere. And then we walk around the corner, and there's a homeless person sleeping on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
that's the first thing we saw when we turned the corner.
He's been there all day.
And then I go,
that guy.
Yeah,
if you can't make it here, you sweep on the sidewalk.
No, I was walking to the parking garage to go to work this morning. He was there. I'm like, damn.
Still sleeping?
He might be dead.
Just laying there.
Yeah, he might be dead. I was about to say.
He fully might be dead.
Just in that little bag. It'll be easy for disposal. Trash is going to come
Jesus
tomorrow.
Christ.
Trash is going to come tomorrow, and they're gonna like, oh,
dude, you know how they get
big trash?
You know how like areas get rid of homeless people in this city?
How do they do it?
They did it at the library because I live right next to the downtown library, and it's just a pre-automated message on an intercom, and it's like, please leave the premises. Like that. It's like, oh my God.
And then everyone who's
and
high
it goes
on meth think it's
over
God
and
talking to
over
them.
and over again.
That's a
Around
nightmare.
the whole city?
No, like at the library.
That's dystopian.
Which is fucked up because I think from what I've experienced in Oklahoma City so far in my almost 1 year of living here is people can kick you off. You know, like if you own a restaurant, you can kick people off. You can kick whoever you want off.
Yeah.
But I live next to the courthouse and the library, and that's usually where homeless people are like sleeping.
Because it's public space or something?
Yeah, I think like they're not allowed to kick them off.
They're obviously trying to better their lives, you fucks. They're trying to gather knowledge at the library and then go to the courthouse and become a lawyer.
That is the move, though. If you were a homeless guy, to just go to the fucking library where everybody's trying to go.
Yeah.
Or to the
Have you
courthouse
guys ever been in the
and just
library?
be like, look,
Not that one.
It's
this is your
super
city.
nice, but dude, like schizophrenic people go in there and they'll sit at the computer lab and they'll just be yelling at the computer.
what do they yell at the computer?
Why is porn blocked in here?
No, it's more like, no, Karen, no. This is something personal.
God, schizophrenic people will never cease to be funny.
I remember, yes, it is funny. I went to New York when I was like 17, and there was a homeless man. I presumed to be a homeless man, and he was walking on the sidewalk.
It was just Jay-Z. Huh? It was just Jay-Z.
He was walking on the sidewalk. He was sleeping on a bench, and we walked past him. We were like, okay, all right, homeless guy on the bench. We've become kind of desensitized. We've seen this before. And then he gets up real quick, and then he like starts walking. And
you ain't been desensitized to shit, motherfucker.
he was like, come on, Bo, let's go, Bo. And there was nobody else there. There was nobody. And he was like, come on, Bo, let's get out of here, Bo. And he just kept walking. We were like, all right, that's he and Bo.
One of my friends went to West Point, which is in upstate New York, and on the weekends she would go to the city. And her first weekend in the city, she was with her mom on the subway, and she said a homeless person just came up to them and started screaming like, "I'm gonna take your daughter! I'm gonna eat you!"
They do have fun. We recorded an episode that was lost, but I'm going to retell a story. I went to Chuck E. Cheese for my niece's birthday party, and there was a guy who was fresh out of the mental hospital. Like, he still had the bracelet and like the hospital socks. And he's talking to the guy working at the counter, and he's like, they try to tell me I was bipolar. I just like to have a good time. That's all I like to do. And the guy is like trying to ignore him, and he's just going on and on again. And he's like, the other people in there, they're crazy. I just like to party. That's why when I got out, I was like, I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese. He's just a guy there by himself, and this kid's just trying to slice pizza. It was so funny, dude.
And the whole time he's just like, yeah, and then the guy's just like, anyway, what can I get with this? He's just got like 5 tickets. He's got at the arcade.
And then he was just hovering by the entrance, so like people were leaving and like they're grabbing their kids and be like, come over here, honey. It's so sad, dude.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
So Chuck E. Cheese, you can get tickets, right?
Yeah.
So 30,000. That's a lot of tickets, right?
Yeah.
30,000 tickets.
Yeah.
If someone came up to you and said, "Hey, I have 30,000 tickets. Can I have your 2 sons?" For 30,000 tickets. 30,000 tickets.
No.
You can
That's
get
a
whatever
lot
you
of
want
tickets.
up there.
That's
you can
a
get
lot of
whatever you
tickets.
want behind the cash
Yeah,
register.
I think for 30,000. First of all, they don't do physical tickets anymore. Everything's on like a game card. So like however many games you pay for is on the card, and then you play games, and then they put the tickets on the card.
Right.
So you take your card up and you scan it. So I'd have no way of verifying that there was 30,000 on it, for one. For two, for 30,000 tickets, I can walk out with like a Paw Patrol kite.
It's awesome.
So I
awesome.
would give it a no. But I would give up maybe like one of my nieces for that. And just have to go, I would just have to go to my sister and be like, you like this kite? She'd be like, yeah, it's sick. I'd be like, you're never going to see your daughter again.
Endless fun, though. Endless fun.
You know how
On
many
a
windy
day.
days we get in Oklahoma? This thing is going to rip through the sky. We're going to have so much fun.
She's just crying and holding that little string thing.
I'm holding it. I'm like, oh, you try. I'm sorry.
Oh, whoops.
Look
Sorry.
at it up there. Kite's got to be the stupidest thing ever.
Kites, yeah. I think
Badass.
last time I flew a kite was like 3rd grade.
I think I wanted to fly one, and then I got one, and I had to put it together, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm fully not doing this.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
The same way I am now is pretty much how I was as a kid. If I have to like put something together to have fun with it, I'm like not interested.
Right.
I want the thing ready to be had fun
yeah.
with.
Yeah, exactly. When they're like batteries not included, hey, guess what? Interest not included.
Yeah.
I don't fucking give a fuck about
we
that.
include the batteries,
Yeah.
dumbass.
Yeah, if I got to put batteries into it, it's dumb.
But the
It's
batteries
stupid.
they include with toys is like a brand you've never heard of, and you're like pretty sure it's gonna explode.
Yeah.
There's gonna be battery acid on your
I had
face.
a couple of those.
Yeah.
I had a couple of those.
They last like an hour.
Yeah.
They're like, I need Duracell, or this is never gonna work. Where's the Energizer Bunny?
Did you ever have what was that thing called? It was like Roboraptor, I think. Did you ever see that? Roboraptor?
I probably had some version of it. Yeah.
I had a Roboraptor when I was a kid. That thing was kick ass for like 10 minutes. And then it was just nothing at all. It was just the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
My kids have like Paw Patrol cars where like you push a button and it'll do the theme song. It'll be like, Paw Patrol will be there on the double. Paw Patrol, whenever you're in trouble. Paw Patrol, bow, and it'll do that over and over again. But there's no off switch on it. And when the batteries are dying,
And then you get home drunk from an open mic and you just break it
Dude.
in front of them because you're fucking mad.
we were going home last night from my parents, and it was in the car, and I can hear it just going, paw, 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 paw. And I grabbed it, and I'm like looking around, and my wife just goes, there's no off switch.
She's tried that before.
100, because I came home one day, and one of the cars was outside. And I was like, oh, I should take this into the
It
kids.
got rained on. It's
And it
done
comes,
for.
dude. Yeah, that's what I was like, they dropped it going inside.
Right.
I'm gonna give it back to them. They're super pumped. Harley goes, why did you bring that in? And I was like, I thought they'd like it. She goes, listen. And it's just going, pa, 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 pa. So I just like turned the music up like as loud as it would go to try to drown it out. It was so annoying.
I can just imagine you white knuckling the shit out of the steering wheel.
Yeah. Because like there was like they went to the store or something and I was home alone and I'm laying on my couch like watching reels. Mm-hmm. And then from across the room I just hear, Paw Patrol will be there. And I was just like, what the fuck was that, dude? I don't like the toys that make noise.
God, why didn't they like my Polar Express joke?
They're so bad, dude. I don't like toys that make sound. They're not fun.
That's no good.
Dude, they took me to work today. And my wife said so. I don't remember what she said, but I was like, I got a fart saved. And I'm about to let it out when I get out of the car. So I open the door, and as I'm getting out, I pause. I let out the craziest fart that I've ever let out. It's doing like multiple notes.
Nice.
It goes from like, it does this whole thing. Kills with the kids. They loved it. It's like 38 degrees. My wife rolls down the windows to the car.
Steam is coming out of your ass.
Yeah, she's like spraying air freshener everywhere. I'm like hugging them and kissing them bye, and they're losing their shit. This is the funniest thing they've ever seen. I call them later, and I can hear them in the background because it's through the car, so they can hear me, and I can hear them going, "You're poopy," and I was like, "What are they talking about?" And she goes, "They're talking about the fart earlier."
They won't shut up about it.
Dude, they like can't breathe. They're laughing so hard. They're just like, "You're poopy." I was like, "I'm not poopy, dude. It was a good fart."
That's great, dude. That's just good times with the boys.
Poopy.
It's so great, dude.
That's so awesome.
Just teaching them how a good fart works.
Dude, I remember I was, my dad, he was mad at my brothers and I for some reason. I didn't know. I think, I don't know. We were just roughhousing or something like that. He was mad about something else. But anyway.
Wait, who was mad?
Huh?
Who was mad?
My dad.
Oh.
My dad. He's mad at me and my 3 brothers for something. We were roughhousing or something like that. And he's like getting onto us. He's like really getting onto us. And I felt a fart coming on. And I was like, I got to save this. And I was like saving it for the perfect moment. And then in the middle of him like doing that, there was like one quiet moment. And I just let it go. And it was like, and then we all, including my dad, died laughing. And my dad was not mad anymore at all. It was the best.
Dude.
It was the best.
You guys ever had a Fiber One bar?
No.
No. Ooh.
Dude, that will make you fart all day.
Really?
I remember I had 2 of them and my asshole hurt so bad.
From farting?
Yeah.
Damn.
Fiber One bar.
Dude,
Get one.
Here's what I've eaten
might.
today. I had 4 Eggo waffles for breakfast.
Awesome.
I had a thing of peanut butter crackers for lunch.
So it's just all carbs.
Yeah, and then this is the best part. I got off work and I went to Jersey Mike's and I ate a giant club sub in one sitting.
Oh my God.
And I finished it in the same time my wife ate a regular sub. And I looked at her and I was like, I just ate this in the same amount of time you ate half the sandwich. She goes, okay. She thought I was like saying something about her. I was like, no, the point is I'm disgusting.
Right.
I'm disgusted with myself right now. I just ate a loaf of bread. It's so bad, dude.
Who did Jersey Mike's got bought, right?
I don't know.
Someone-
Danny DeVito's been doing a lot of commercials for them.
I love those
bought
commercials.
the
I actually kind
company.
of do. They
They're
are
great.
very funny.
They're awesome. Game day, dude.
Jersey Mike's is good, man.
No,
Yeah.
I'd eat another one right
And
now.
Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John. I've never had Jimmy John's.
Jersey Mike's over Jimmy John's all day.
I love them both.
They're 2 different things.
Jimmy John's is
Subway
good
guy.
with delivery.
Yeah, that's true. Because if you get a Jersey Mike's sub Mike's way, and
It's wet as fuck.
Dude.
I'm always like easy on the juices.
I watched him today, and I always get it Mike's way with no lettuce and no onions. Partially because I don't like them, but also partially because when my wife
it's
got
like a cream pie.
dude, when my wife got it Mike's way and she left the lettuce on, he put like all the lettuce that there was. She had like a salad
Oh.
underneath it when she was taking bite because it just kept falling out.
Yeah.
I watched him put the vinegar was like a fine amount. He like it just soaks into the bread and it's fine. The oil, he has it completely upside down and he's shaking it. He goes down the full length of a giant sub, back over it.
It's wet.
And then halfway again.
It's like a Krabby Patty, dude.
Halfway.
It's
So one half of the sandwich is
he literally
sloppy.
he did like 30 inches of oil. It was I was like, what are you doing? I was like, this is too much.
This is something that I've been doing recently. I've been eating Subway a lot because I get these Subway coupons in the mail.
Because you got that bit. You've been eating Subway for the bit,
Yeah.
dude.
For the
That's where the bit came from. But I get all of these Subway coupons in the mail, and I don't know how I get coupons. I don't know what it is that people give you coupons. I didn't sign up for anything or anything like that.
They
But
just send them in the mail.
It's big sandwich.
I just get a shit ton
Yeah.
of coupons.
It's just big sandwich, dude.
And
Yeah.
then I keep using the coupons, so I keep getting more coupons. So then I go to Subway, and there's one coupon where you have to get 2-foot-long Subways for $12.99. So I go in there, just me alone, and I'm like, I'm gonna get 2 sandwiches.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
I go in there and I'm like,
Yeah, I would have hated a sandwich.
I'm broke. I'm fucking broke.
Continue.
So I walk in and I'm like, I'm gonna get 2 sandwiches. They're both gonna be the same sandwich.
He says he's broke. He literally gets in the car today and he's like, yeah, all my bills are paid. Probably going to buy a tire tomorrow.
The reason I told you about that is because I'm so excited about it, because finally all of the bills are paid. I'm so excited about it. That's how much I felt that I was telling my friend, like, yeah, no big deal. All the bills are paid.
Going to buy a tire tomorrow. Probably going to fly to Vegas over the weekend.
I still have so many expenses. I got to get a new tag. It's brutal.
Yeah.
That shit is out of date as fuck.
It's going to be so much
I keep
money.
seeing all of the red license plates, and I'm like, oh, shit, fuck.
Dude, I
if a
forgot
cop gets behind me, he's going to know.
Dude, when you buy a car and they do, like, whatever the price of the tag is like a percentage of what you paid for the car.
Oh.
So I'm walking in there thinking it's going to be like $100. We're going to be
Right.
fine.
Yeah,
The
no.
lady
It never is.
writes down the total on a piece of paper and passes it to me like this.
Oh, really?
She
I've
goes-
never seen that
She
before.
goes, this is what you owe. And then we were like, what? And we look at it. It's like $600.
Jesus
I was like,
Christ.
oh, no. This is most of my rent. So she's like, are you going to pay that today? I was like, no, we're going to come back. I got to accumulate some funds for this.
Do you have a payment plan?
Yeah, literally. I was like, can we do like an installment plan? Are you cool with that?
Yeah. God. Oh, and at the tag agency, too. Just out loud asking if they got a payment plan. That's brutal.
Yeah, it was so
There's
bad.
always so many people in there. There's always a line.
This time there was no one in there, which is why it was so funny that she wrote it on a piece of paper. Because there's only people working. There's like 8 ladies behind the counter, and she just goes,
if
"This
there's
is
no
what
one
you
in the room and they write down the total,
It was
That's
so bad.
that's big.
It was so
It's a
bad.
big number.
When she wrote it on the paper, like Harley was at the counter. I was like chilling with the boys. They have like a poster of like all the Corvettes through the years. So they were just looking at the cars. And I see her pass it on a piece of paper, and I look over. I was like, "Oh, that's not good." You'd think she would just say it.
Yeah.
It'll be $120. Nope, it was like $570.
I got a new car one time, and it was around that amount.
Yeah.
But I must have went to a shittier tag agency because the place was packed. And she was like, yeah, your total $645. Just like yelling. I was like, shit, keep your voice down. But I had the money. It was all good.
Yeah, no, I had the money, but I couldn't spend it on that because I had
Yeah.
like other bills and stuff.
Yeah.
We got it paid.
See,
in
it's just
time.
me, yeah.
We got it done in time. Yeah, but you're filthy rich. We've established that. But we got it paid in time, but it was so funny. We were like, all right, well, back to the drawing board.
brutal.
We got to re-budget this shit. It's not good, dude.
I'm dreading going to the tag agency because I know it's going to be so fucking much.
My wife just had to renew her license because it expired like the end of October. And you have like 30 days, so it's not a big deal. But she's talking to the lady, and the lady goes, oh, this is expired? She goes, you've got 3 years with me. And she was just like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't have 3 years. And she said it very specifically, you have 3 years to renew this with me. I was like, what is it?
Yeah.
What are you saying? What does that
Right.
mean? I don't know what that means. It sounds shady as hell.
It does.
I can't tell if she was maybe hitting on my wife. I don't know what was going on. I was very confused, though. She was like, yeah, I'll just renew it now. I'm going to go ahead and not wait 3 years. I don't know what that means.
And it was expired, was it?
It was literally, it's been expired for like 15 days.
Yeah, 3 years with me. Odd.
Mine expires on New Year's Eve.
I don't know when mine expires.
Me neither. I bet mine expires like next year or something.
Do you guys have the
I think it
real
was kinda
ID?
recently. No. Nope.
They're
That
gonna-
costs more, so I couldn't do that.
They're going to make you switch this time.
Are they?
Everyone has to have it by a certain year.
That's fucking stupid. What's the real ID? What? So the one that I
It's got
got
your
isn't
passport on
real?
it too, right?
Yeah, you can use it as a passport, I believe.
I have a passport. I didn't even use it. I got a passport for a trip that I didn't go on with an ex-girlfriend of mine, and now I just have a fucking
Where were you
passport.
gonna go?
Yeah, where were you going to go?
Mexico.
We were never gonna go because I couldn't fucking afford it, but she didn't understand that. But we were gonna go to Mexico. That's where we were going to go.
You were right.
That's. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to
not
Mexico. Cabo?
I was gonna go to Paris.
Oh fuck off!
We're going to Amsterdam.
I could go to Paris.
We were gonna go to Malta.
I gotta
Yeah.
take an envy fucking trip to Paris now just to shove it in your face, you dick.
Dude, can one of you do me a favor and Google something for me? There was a cop who got arrested for child porn,
Whoa.
and he showed up to court wearing a T-shirt that said DILF, but DILF stood for something. It was something about being a dedicated father.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't want to just search cop child porn. Yeah. So I was like, I just like cop wears DILF shirt.
Yes. I can't remember what it was. Did you find what it stood for?
DILF, dad, I like to fuck.
Yeah.
Right, I would assume that
But that
that's
it
what that
stood
meant.
for something. It was like something about being a dedicated father, but I can't.
Devoted, involved, loving father.
What? Dude,
This is a meme thing that this guy fell for.
being a cop who gets fired and arrested for child porn. You're like, I'm about to knock all my coworkers dead.
He definitely
Who's
picked
the
out that
lawyer?
shirt. He definitely picked out that shirt. He was like, "This will give me like
Dude.
good."
That's the other thing I thought of. Is like you're the defense attorney, and you're like waiting outside for him to show up, and he shows up at night. You're like,
This is a
Jesus
cakewalk.
Christ.
The other
All
attorney
right,
is like,
like,
all right.
let's go try to defend this. I guess that's so funny, dude. The balls on that guy.
Dude, Cormac McCarthy.
Yes, the writer of No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, he wrote No Country for Old Men,
Uh-huh.
All the Pretty Horses. Like
Blood Meridian.
one of the greats. Probably like the greatest American author.
Blood Meridian has a movie or something.
No, it's a book. They call that
I know about the book.
They call that book like you can't
Readable.
make it into a movie.
Yeah, it's apparently.
Yeah,
I haven't
it's
read
it's
it.
it's really bad. I
But-
haven't read the book, but I don't know just a little bit about it. Is this the author that you're talking
Yeah.
about? Okay,
So
go ahead.
He died last year.
Nice.
Yesterday, a story came out in Vanity Fair. This big profile on his muse, who Cormac McCarthy met. He was 42, she was 16,
Oh.
and they fell in love.
Oh.
And it's like this huge profile, and it's like really like it's a really long story. I
Yeah.
read it, and I liked it. But he wrote it. The journalist wrote it like obviously trying to be like extra fancy, you know?
Right,
Like
right.
very like trying to look like a literary genius.
Uh-huh.
And the big story was that like this person, so like the muse is like the inspiration for like almost all of his novels. She shows up in almost all of his novels.
Okay.
Huge inspiration. So she's like a big deal in like literature.
Yeah.
And but the main story, because of how he wrote it, all the comments are like, "You write like a homosexual." This is the gayest thing ever. Like people are like, "Why did you write it like that?" That's like the main story right now.
Who is didn't Ronan Farrow work for Vanity Fair?
I don't don't know.
He was the guy who he started Me Too.
Ronan Farrow.
Pharaoh. Yeah.
I think that was
I think it was
the Me Too thing. Didn't that start with they made a movie about those two journalists who work for the New York Times?
It might have been the New York Times.
Well, no, they're the New York Times. They're the ones who exposed Miramax. What's his name?
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, okay.
I just remember Ricky Gervais at the Golden Globes being like, Ronan Farrow, he's coming for you. And everyone doesn't want to laugh.
Did Weinstein start
Ricky Gervais.
Is that where Me Too came from?
I think. Yeah. Because it was a bunch of stuff came out about him.
I saw that movie, She Said.
Which movie is that?
It's the one about the journalist who blew that story open. And there's a scene where the two journalists, they're at a bar talking about the story, and these two guys hit on them, and they're like, fuck off. And he won't go away. Get the fuck out of here, fuck you. And the guy's like, what? What were you? What? You can't hit on chicks anymore. It's I think the world changed after that.
Dude, the worst. There was an audio recording of Harvey Weinstein. He was in this chick wore a wire or recorded on her phone. Where they're in a hotel room and she comes in, and he he does something and she's like, I'm very uncomfortable, and he's like, oh, all right, you're just let me touch your breasts, please. Just let me. Come on, just whip them out. Let me touch your breasts. She's like, no, I don't like this, and he's like, come on, please let me touch your breasts. It's the saddest thing. It's oh my god,
Jesus fucking Christ.
And then you find out afterwards that his dick was literally rotting off the entire time. He had some insane gangrene.
I've heard about that a little bit. Yeah.
He didn't have a workable dick. It's not that he couldn't get it up. It's it was non-existent.
Yeah.
It was just this bloody wound. It's so bad, dude. So bad. But god damn, does the guy know how to make a movie?
Or
how,
at least
dude?
finance a movie.
I always think about producers. What's the big deal, bro?
Dude.
What's the big deal with producers?
Yeah,
he was the
producers-
guy. He was like, you should put Kill Bill into 2 parts.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
people
yeah,
are
yeah.
like, what?
I get this thought. I
Shit,
get this thought completely. Yeah. The real credit should be to the director, I feel and the actor, maybe the writer of the movie or
Definitely
whatever. But
the
the
writer.
producer, who the fuck is that guy? That just, I don't even know really what that means.
Money bags.
Moneybags. I will say one producer who does not get enough credit in this modern era, Jerry Bruckheimer, dude.
Bruckheimer, dude.
Bruckheimer?
Pirates of the
Pirates of the
Caribbean and
Caribbean.
National Treasure.
Okay. All right. Shit.
I rewatched National Treasure
I don't
the
know
other
who
night.
this guy is, but I'll suck his dick right now.
Dude, National Treasure 2 is so good.
Dude, both of those movies are awesome.
I love National Treasure. That's great.
It's so good.
It is awesome.
I learned recently that Pirates of the Caribbean is based off
What the fuck did you say?
Yeah, did you say Caribbean?
It's Caribbean when you're talking about visiting. When we're talking about the movies, it's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wait, that is an interesting point.
Yeah.
Why did we say of the Caribbean?
If you're flying to the Caribbean, that's how you say it. It's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, but why? Where did that come from?
I don't know, but when people say Pirates of the Caribbean, I want to hurt them.
Okay,
That is a good point because, Caribbean, that's correct, right?
I don't know.
But the movie Caribbean, why did we do that?
I always said Caribbean too. The only reason I said Caribbean right now is because you guys are the two movie buffs in the fucking group, and I was trying to get on your good side, and it backfired.
It's
all right,
it's a deep
But
cut.
I always
Pirates
said
of the Caribbean. Yeah, we're movie
Caribbean. I
buffs.
always said
It's a
Caribbean.
Deep cut. Not a lot of people have seen that one.
Caribbean is the destination. Caribbean is the movies.
I don't even remember what I was going. Oh yes. So apparently.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Apparently, this is a good pod. apparently, Pirates of the Caribbean is like the only. It's one of
He
two
fucking did it again.
movies.
I would keep it, honestly.
I'm just trying to do whatever you guys think is okay. I'm just trying to
Wait,
be on
so
your
what
good
were-
side.
what were
Fuck
you saying?
guys. Fuck all of you guys.
Wait, continue.
Apparently, it's one of the few Disney movies that are based off of their rides. That and Haunted House. Somebody told me that recently. Was
called
it
The
you?
Haunted
The ride
Mansion.
came first?
Yeah, the ride came
Haunted
first.
Mansion or something?
For the Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do that again.
Caribbean?
dude. Caribbean for the movies.
No, I'm going to start saying Caribbean.
I'm gonna snap.
Why would it, like...
I'm about to blow a gasket.
Us, that's like a Mandela effect. Why did we as the public start
said
doing that?
It's Mandela.
I always said Caribbean too. And that's just what I grew up with. I just liked it.
It's
I
kind
just
of
said
like the
Caribbean.
mandolin effect. God,
Oh, that is true.
I'm becoming
I've always been saying
furious right
Mandela.
now. It's Mandela,
Mandela.
dude.
I always thought it was Mandela too. What, you said what?
He said Mandela.
Mandela?
Yeah.
Oh, weird guy. Oh, get him. Weird guy. He said something weird. All right. He's not going with
No,
it.
Pirates
Come
of
on,
the,
dude.
Pirates of the Caribbean's awesome. National Treasure, it's like objectively like some of the moments where he puts a clue together are so stupid.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
It's so sick, dude.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration.
I haven't seen that
of
movie in a
Independence.
long time. I need to rewatch that.
They're on Hula. Since we're saying words wrong, you fucking dumbasses. Hulu. It's on Hulu. God.
What? So, like, remember the security protocol for the Declaration of Independence and the, what's it called? What's that?
It can
area?
sense if you have a fever. It's all
the-
temperature
the-
based.
You got it.
What's it called?
I don't know what it is, but you got it.
It's where
You find
it's
it.
the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. They're in this one area in the museum.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
The hall
the
of
secret spot.
No, it's like
know what it's
Rotundra.
called.
Rotundra.
the rotunda,
Ah,
obviously.
yeah, I
So,
would never have said that.
I don't know 100% that's a word.
Remember, like, the security protocol? They
Uh-huh.
put a fake one out there, which I've seen the Declaration of Independence and I've seen the Constitution.
I used to have a
It's
fake one.
fading away.
Yeah. I
You
used to
can't
have
really
a fake
read it
one.
anymore.
Really?
Yeah. The
Where
writing.
where
the
is
writing
it at? Because I would really enjoy seeing that. Where
It's
is
in
it?
DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Where is
Sorry.
it?
But I'm wondering, like, because remember in the movie, it's like they do some crazy, like, spy shit. Like, the security is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that true?
The security for the
Yeah.
most important document in our nation's history? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably the thing that
Yeah.
kicked
Who's
off.
looking over there? Is it like the Secret Service or who's like?
Have you ever talked to a British guy about America versus England?
Yeah,
I never
was
have.
there was a British kid in my high school, and we were always like, 1776, bitch.
Yeah, I was
Well-
talking the night I did a guest spot for Big J. When you called me, I was in a heated debate about America versus England with a friend of mine who I met in Austin. And we were talking about World War II. And I was like, we saved your asses.
Yeah,
dude."
you guys were lucky.
I was like, literally, Winston Churchill was on our dick. And finally, we were like, okay.
Churchill was so happy our boats got fucking bombarded.
Well, that's what he said. He was like, dude, it wasn't even about Churchill. The squinty eyes got you. His wording, not mine.
yeah, make that clarification.
And
real
I
quick.
was like, dude, don't even get me started, dude. Obviously, we took care of the Japanese problem in the most ultimate way possible.
Yeah, we
we really
dramatic.
did. We were.
Yeah.
We were really cunty with our response.
Yeah. It was serving cunt. We said, you're going to attack our boats? How about we melt your people?
Vaporized your beans.
How about their shadows are going to be stuck on the pavement forever? What do you think about that?
I like how you say attack our boats.
Yeah.
There were people on there.
They fucked with our boats, dude.
There were people on those boats.
You can make more people, but that boat,
That's true.
come on. And then
That boat was
in
priceless.
the midst of that, we're like, fine, we'll do D-Day 2 and totally fuck up the Nazis, whatever, dude. Just shut up, Winston. God, you're such a nerd. You're such a fat alcoholic nerd. And then in the midst of the debate, I was like, I have to go do a guest spot for Big J. We can't talk about this anymore.
Going after the Germans, dude.
We gotta go after
Band
the
of Brothers. Band of Brothers, #1 rated on Letterboxd.
Never seen it.
Which is weird because on Letterboxd, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. The Letterboxd.
It
app.
looks
Yeah, now
like how
everybody
it's
in the
typed
pod
out.
is worried about if they're saying things correctly.
No, it looks like how it's typed.
Letterboxd does movies and limited series.
Nice.
Not TV shows.
I gotta hop on there.
And Penguin's getting raved on right now.
The Penguin's fucking.
You guys
awesome.
gotta get on Letterboxd, dude.
I'll get on
Letterboxd?
there.
You gotta get. Yeah, it's just an app where people review
Dace,
movies.
I'm gonna be honest. You'd be out of your depth on there, buddy.
Shut up. What were you saying?
Am I
Letterboxd.
wrong?
It's a really popular app where you just review movies.
He's seen like 5 movies.
I've seen more movies than 5 movies. It's
Okay,
just the
I'm
ones.
gonna name some of the great movies. We'll see if you've watched them.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
No Country for Old
let's
Men.
do this. I've seen it.
Who directed it?
Don't know.
I don't.
Dumbass.
I don't know either.
Yeah, you do. Come on. You definitely know this.
Man, like I'm sure he's like a famous guy, but like
No. We talked about another movie these people made recently.
These people.
What movie?
Burn After Reading.
Did you say Pirates of the Caribbean?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like
The,
don't you mean
brothers?
The Coen brothers.
Oh,
Don't
the
you
Coen
mean-
brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. For
Don't
some
you mean
reason,
Caribbean?
yeah, I thought you said Pirates of the Caribbean. I was like, the Coen brothers.
Yeah, dude, the Coen brothers made it. Inglourious Bastards.
Come the fuck on, Quentin Tarantino, one of my top
Oh,
3
okay.
favorite movies. You fucking bitch.
I thought he was like, come the fuck on. I've never heard of that movie.
not a fucking.
That's one of my favorite. This is one of my top 3 favorite movies. I fucking love Quentin
Have
Tarantino.
you seen?
Catch Me If You Can.
Have you?
I know the movie. I have not seen it, and I don't know the director. Go ahead and shit on me.
Have you seen The Piano Teacher?
No.
It's an Austrian movie about a nymphomaniac piano teacher, and
Wow.
she does like crazy things. Like she's like really sexually repressed,
Yeah.
and so like she's really strict piano teacher, but like in her off time, she'll like she went to this drive-in movie theater, and
Yeah.
there was this couple making out, and she went to the car and watched them, and then she like started urinating.
Ew.
Yeah.
Do you think she like tells after she trains people? She goes, "Now you're a pianist." Because it sounds so close to penis.
Dude. I was telling Tyler, there's this website, I think it's called Eastern European Movies.
Yes.
Lifetime subscription for $150, and it's just like a ton of Eastern European movies.
You sent me a wild
And-
movie while I was watching a wild movie.
Did you watch the trailer
Yes.
for? I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna buy the subscription.
I forget what it's called.
It's called On the Silver Globe, and it's supposed to be like the greatest sci-fi movie ever.
The Polish government shut
Yeah.
it down.
It never got completed.
The ideas were too dangerous.
Yeah, I need to watch this movie.
Just a bunch
Eastern-
of Polacks
dude,
being like, I don't like it.
The same guy who did The Piano Teacher, he did Michael Haneke. He did Funny Games.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch that?
No, but I know about like how it ends and stuff. Yeah.
It's just two. It's just
It's not my style. of
two
movie.
teenagers who go to like this famous vacation spot, and they just torture people,
Oh.
torture and kill them, and that's it. And then he also made this movie about this kid who's obsessed with home videos.
Yeah.
And
You guys watch a
brings
lot of
this
movies.
he brings this girl back, and he has a in No Country for Old Men, he has that
Yeah.
air
the
gun.
cattle thing.
Yeah, he kills her with it, and he puts it on video, and him and his family just have to deal with it because their
Dude.
son's fucked up.
I watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You told me a little bit about that. I haven't seen it.
That's like the best horrible movie I've ever seen.
The best what movie?
Horrible.
Dude, it's
So dark.
It is really dark.
I liked how
I like the motorcycle and the leather jacket.
There's a part where a cat gets like mutilated and they walk out of the building and the cat's just right there. And I texted Caleb and I was like, did that part disturb you? And he goes, no, it was the rapes.
Yeah. Dude, those were nuts. But
Yeah.
it's also like, I don't condone rape, but she gets him back.
She really gets
And
him back.
she doesn't rape him, I guess.
I mean,
She tattoos him. I'm a rapist pig or whatever.
Yeah, like over the whole torso.
Really? Oh yeah, actually, yeah, she does.
Which is
rape
like
'em.
they're
She's-
gonna find out. It's like if you die, they're gonna see it. Like I was literally thinking, like if I'm that guy, I have to like convert to hardcore Islam and be a suicide bomber, so no one ever sees this tattoo. It's the only way. Because if not, you can never go to the pool. You can be a shirt guy at the pool, but it better not be white.
Dude.
Hold on. Imagine he was like an organ donor or something like that. So there was like a college class who there's like a medical class. They have to like dissect the body and all that stuff. Meanwhile, the body has "I am a rapist" tattooed all over it,
Dude.
And then,
The first time I got my license, I didn't sign up to be an organ donor because I didn't realize they harvest your organs when you die.
Yeah.
I thought it was like someone is on a list for a kidney transplant and they call you up and they're like, "Yo, you gotta come
Right.
do this." And I was
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
you thought that you were obligated to do it while you were living.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna call me and be like, "You have to give this person a kidney." And I'm like, "Not doing that."
Yeah,
I'm out on that.
I wouldn't do it either if I thought that. But I knew that it was after you were dead that you would be an organ donor or whatever. And and at first I was an organ donor, but when I renewed my license, I was like, no.
It feels good. It feels good not to be an organ donor.
I was like, no.
There's
I'm gonna keep all my shit.
An episode.
Worms are gonna eat it.
You should have had your organs correct.
There's an episode in Grey's Anatomy where this guy needs emergency surgery, and he's got clothes on.
Yeah.
And he needs surgery, and
gotta cut them
a
bitches
black
off.
doctor comes by, and,
he goes,
she's
"Not
like,
him."
and she's like, I need to look at your body, and he's like, can you please get someone else? I can't explain. And she's like, okay. And she brings the chief of surgery, and he's black. And he's like, oh, God. And then, they realize, it's later revealed that he's got, a giant swastika, right here.
I was in county jail. I'm sorry.
American History X.
Yeah.
You guys see that movie?
No.
No, I haven't.
You want to know
Obviously,
the one takeaway I got from that movie? It's a great movie. It's
Yeah.
with Edward Norton, plays a
Yes.
neo-Nazi, reformed, so
Yes.
he's a good guy now.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing I got from that movie, because he was in Fight Club,
Yeah.
and his shirt was off a lot.
Yeah.
He's not that big,
Right.
But American History X, damn,
Is he ripped?
yes,
He's jacked.
Oh,
he is
shit.
jacked.
He was Hulk, right? Is that who I'm thinking?
Yeah, he was Hulk.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. He was the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah,
Right.
I think he should have. Why was he not in the MCU?
I don't understand that either. I don't know why
because
he
they
wasn't.
got Ruffalo.
I think
They got
he
Ruffalo,
backed
but
out.
he
though.
was a part of it. He's still Kanan, but now they say that was Ruffalo's character, but they don't explain the change in
I hate
actors.
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel sucks. DC's where it's at.
The first,
I like DC.
The first Iron Man.
They're about to fix DC.
The first Iron Man.
I really
is
hope
awesome.
they do.
First Iron Man's great.
It made
The second one's not bad.
the entire MCU is in debt
Yeah.
to Iron Man.
Yeah, and by the way, Iron Man cameo in the very end scene of Incredible Hulk. It was Robert Downey
Yeah.
Jr. He was at a bar or whatever,
Yeah,
and
that's
then the
right.
general guy comes up to him.
And now
Or something.
Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Doctor Doom.
I saw that. I wonder how they're gonna work it into the whole
People
plot of
are
everything.
mad about that, and
Well, they got,
I didn't know about
multiverses or
Doctor
whatever.
Doom at all.
Yeah.
But he's not Doctor Doom in the comics is not a white guy.
Really?
Oh, is he really not? I didn't know
No,
that.
he's from
He's metal.
one of his big one of his big backstories in the comics is that he's from another he's from another culture.
Okay.
I think it's funny how they just let's just do Robert Downey Jr. again.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, yeah, I don't blame him. I guess. I mean, money grab and everything.
DC's
I get it.
back, dude. Matt
I
Reeves.
love DC. I grew up on DC.
James
Superman
Gunn.
was my fucking favorite.
Superman's coming out. James Gunn.
Who?
James Gunn's heading it up. The guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who's playing Superman?
I think he's mostly unknown, which is nice.
Everyone
Yeah,
was
that's good.
sad
That's
when
good. That's good. I like that. I
Henry
like that a lot.
Cavill's not doing it anymore.
He was good,
Yeah.
but they
I liked Henry Cavill.
fucked that up so
Dude,
bad.
people shit on Brandon Ruth. Brandon Ruth was the 2007
Superman Returns.
Superman Returns Superman, and people like
Kevin
shit
Spacey is
on
Lex
that
Luthor.
a lot. He was Lex Luthor. That's right.
Dude, I've been watching Smallville. You guys heard of that?
People like that show.
I've never seen it actually.
It's a Warner Brothers show.
I heard it was good.
And
it always
I'm watching
seems
it.
so horny.
I'm watching it because it's entertaining. It's just the worst show ever.
Is it
And,
really?
like,
I heard it
in
was really
Smallville-
good.
In Smallville, so he came in on the asteroid,
Yeah.
Right.
and a bunch of kryptonite went everywhere. So that's like where his weaknesses are.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
also kryptonite gives people weird powers.
Oh.
And,
Oh, I see.
And
Okay,
students, dude, every week students are like getting murdered and dying because of people with new powers that they don't understand, and it's like a normal thing. And it's in Smallville, Kansas, so it's like normal.
Yeah, and
It's like,
Lex Luthor.
the high school football coach, he fucking burned alive in the locker room. What? Oh, well, I guess I got to go to school next week. It's like shit like that all the time.
And Lex Luthor is in it too,
Yeah.
as like a teenager or whatever. But I thought Lex Luthor was like part of Metropolis, which I always assumed was far away from fucking Kansas.
Here's what I'm not. Yeah, that's a good point, because people are like, yeah, I drove to Metropolis last
Yeah.
weekend, and I'm like, New York? Did you drive 1,000 miles last
Yeah,
weekend?
that's crazy.
And
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to think, like, is like Metropolis like
Is it
Kansas
is it
City
in the
or
middle
is it
of the fucking U.S.?
Topeka?
I
or
think
something?
it is.
Like-
I
Right.
think it is in Kansas.
Is it?
Yeah,
Really?
Metropolis?
Because
Metropolis.
sometimes he'll commute, like from
That's-
the farm to work.
That's true, but I don't know. I always assumed that it was like a.
I never read the comics or anything, but like
I
when they
didn't
say
either.
Metropolis, I'm like, oh, you went to New York City.
But
Yeah,
at the
I always
same
assumed the
time,
same thing.
Sandwich.
I always assumed the same thing.
Gotham and Metropolis are like across the bay from each other.
Really?
Yeah, and
Gotham's always so dark,
Gotham's
though, and
supposed to be
Metropolis is
like
always so
New
light.
York. Because like the Superman's like right there, so like anytime the other one's having problems, they know about it.
Yeah.
So I think the map in DC is just very fucked up.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
I don't know how to make sense of it. Did you guys watch The Penguin?
I haven't seen it yet.
Dude,
No, I haven't seen it
it's
either.
so good.
Look, I haven't seen it because I'm an asshole. I'm a piece of shit when it comes to like TV shows.
I know you are.
And I'm seeing, like, eventually I will watch it, but I am mad because like a lot of people that I know and a lot of people on like social media have watched The Penguin and they love it,
Uh huh.
and they haven't seen Sopranos.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Okay.
like, and people are like, this is the greatest show of all time.
I've heard.
It's
And
not
I'm like-
I heard that it was compared. I've heard people saying like, "Oh, it's the Soprano. It's the Batman
I
Sopranos."
will watch it eventually. I'm just a piece of shit.
It is a
I'll
show.
watch it eventually
It's
as
a
well.
show mostly about a gang war. So that's why they're calling it like that.
I like that. I like that it's not completely centered around Batman and
But
stuff,
it-
and then it's
dude,
more about like
it
Penguin and the
leads-
mob and shit like that. That's
The-
great.
The last episode is one of the best last episodes of a TV show I've ever seen.
Ooh, that's saying something.
They tie up every knot.
You know what's really making me mad?
Mhm.
Is like people like recently, it's a trend right now where people are ranking Batman movies
Yeah.
and they're putting Dark Knight at number 2 and number 1, The Batman. And it's
Oh,
making
just
me
hold on,
mad.
hold on.
It's
All right,
making
yeah, that
me
pisses me off.
really
Just let me-
fucking mad.
Michael Keaton, Batman 1989
No.
is my favorite fucking Batman film of all time because he's a force of nature. Batman is a force of nature in
Okay.
those movies. And they're
Here's-
terrified of him. He's the Bat. He's not a person. I love that.
Here's the argument. That movie has a song by Prince that Joker and his goons do a dance routine to. That's
Yeah.
why that's not number one.
Oh, fuck off with that shit.
The Dark Knight has crazy plot holes in it when you rewatch it. Heath Ledger gave the best Joker performance we're probably ever going to see.
Of course,
But
yeah.
from a plot standpoint, that movie has gaping holes in it.
I need to rewatch it.
The good thing
gotta rewatch
about
too.
the Batman is like people were upset. This is becoming a nerd podcast, but
I loved the Batman. I loved that one.
Because
Robert Pattinson, I thought was really, really
he's
good.
actually pulling from the comics.
Yeah.
It's pulled straight, like specific
He's
pages.
the world's greatest detective.
Yes. And he's like 2 years into Batman, so he hasn't figured out how to be Bruce Wayne yet. That's why
Exactly.
when he goes to that
Yes.
funeral, they're like, hey, what the fuck do you do? Because you're rich and famous,
Right.
and we never see you.
They're setting up a new story.
So hopefully in the second Batman, he starts to figure out how to be Bruce Wayne a little bit, because Christian Bale was the best Bruce Wayne we ever seen.
I agree.
I don't think he's the best Batman we've ever
I
seen.
also agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
And
Hell yeah, a movie take.
And
a good movie take.
the Batman, like, Bruce Wayne isn't Bruce Wayne. That's his character. Who he really is Batman.
Exactly.
That's why it's so fucking good.
I just
I like the Batman a lot.
I just love Dark Knight so much.
The Dark Knight's amazing.
I saw it
I
when
like
I was
the
a little
Batman,
kid, and I didn't like it at first because it scared me.
Which one?
I thought it was Dark Knight.
Really?
you want to know how
scared
I
me.
got these scars?
It's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
I grew up
My
watching
father
the old 1989 fucking Michael
was a
Keaton
drunk
Batman. Tim Burton directed
fiend.
Batman. Which, what a great fucking
One
director
night,
for a Batman movie, by the way.
he comes
Tim
in
Burton.
the house. What?
Tim Burton directing a Batman movie. That's perfect. That's
I think
great.
I actually like his second Batman movie better than the first one. The one
Okay.
with Diane Keaton and Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
movie's fun.
I love those because Batman is a force of nature
And
in those movies.
Diane-
He's a fucking machine. He's not human.
Diane Keaton gets me going. in
They're
that movie.
terrified of him, and I love it so much. And he doesn't give a fuck. He kills people. He doesn't give a fuck. It's so good. I
What's the
love
part
it.
where he's like, "You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts."
Oh, it's so good because he's Bruce Wayne in that moment, and he's with like the love interest of that movie, which is Ricky something, I think, or Vicky.
Ricky Stenicki.
Vicky something. She's like a journalist, and the Joker has like a fonding for her or whatever, and Bruce Wayne also has like a whole thing going on with her, but. So the Joker like shows up while they're on a date at her house, Bruce Wayne and Vicky, and then the Joker's just being completely Joker or whatever about it all. He's got like a beatbox. He's got a fucking, what is that thing? Like those old things that they would have on their shoulders.
Yeah,
a
boombox.
boombox.
Yeah.
He's got a boombox with him. And Michael Keaton, he takes the fire poker thing and he's like, "You want to get nuts? Let's get
Dude,
nuts."
that's the funniest.
And then
part.
he shoots him, but he had a tin plate there the whole time
When
because he's fucking smart.
when Heath Ledger
oh,
died,
so good.
Jack Nicholson was like, "I warned him about taking that role." And then you watch the Batman, and he's like the goofiest motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale
You ever
moonlight?
dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? And then later on, Batman says that to him, and he's like, "What?" And then he throws him off the fucking church balcony. I love 1989 Batman.
It's insane.
It's so fucking good. I love it so much.
Dude, a movie I saw recently was Saturday Night Fever with
Never
John
seen it.
Travolta.
Yeah, I never seen it.
I just finished it, and
A little bit of disco.
man, that shit sucks.
Yeah.
Like the first half of the movie, like is really good. It's just about like fucking Italians,
Isn't John Travolta a closeted gay man?
probably. Dude, he's like when he was born, and like
He was
just growing
gay.
up, he was like, "Oh my god, this is the face of a superstar."
Yeah.
But
Boy, did that go downhill.
so it's just he's like he's like kind of the good one, he's like the good looking good
Yeah.
guy. All of his friends are degenerates.
Yeah.
And people are like, "You want some coke?" And he's like, "What, the music's not enough for you?" Like stuff like that.
No, it's
And then
not.
the movie ends. This one girl wants him throughout the movie. They're like dance partners.
Yeah.
And like they've hooked up a few times. He's like, "I'm not into it," And he's
Yeah.
like mean about it, And then
Get away from me, you whore.
and then she starts hooking up with all of his friends.
You slob.
And all of his friends are like SAing her. And it's really sad. Mm-hmm. And John Travolta's like, "What, you happy now? You're the town cunt." Stuff like that. It's like, oh my God. Jesus Christ. And then eventually, one of his friends, he gets a girl pregnant.
John Travolta's like,
And,
but what were you wearing?
One of his friends gets a girl pregnant, and he doesn't know what to do, and he's trying to talk to all of his friends, and all of his friends are like, who gives a fuck? Like, no one cares.
Yeah.
And he just gets super depressed, and at the end of the movie, he jumps off a bridge in front of him. He's like dancing around and like, get off the bridge. Like they're trying to get him like away from the edge. He's like, you should have. No one listened to me, and just jumped off.
That's
and then
tight.
At the end of the movie, he goes and sees the new girl in Manhattan, and he's like, we can be friends. And that's the end of the movie.
We can be friends.
That's the end of the movie.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Depressing.
I don't like that.
But it plays "Burn Baby Burn" multiple times, or "Disco Inferno" by the Tramps. That's awesome.
One thing I do want to talk about is the Chiefs lost.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Josh Allen.
let's took him.
Here's what happened. Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. Kamala loses. The entire Swiftie army goes, well, at least her boyfriend is still undefeated. And then Josh Allen, a true patriot, says, no. Rushing TD, dude.
And he's dating.
Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah,
A beautiful love
Oscar
story.
nominated as a child.
True Grit.
Yep.
Good movie. Dace hasn't seen it.
Nope.
Matt Damon spanks her with the switch.
Yes, he does. It's very funny.
All right, what's it called again?
True Grit. It's a remake.
You know who made it? The Coen brothers.
But yeah, I just want to point out Josh Allen is welcome on the podcast whenever he wants to come.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be awesome.
What are we at right now?
56 minutes.
Holy shit.
I thought we were over. I
So
thought we would have been over.
if you got any funny things to say before this ends, I'm shutting it down in an hour.
I've been
boys.
giving y'all the wrong TikTok. Hold on. I renamed myself.
Good, because that first name was
Caleb
bullshit.
McCurry, yeah. All one word. Caleb McCurry, yeah. YEAH.
More like Caleb McCurry, no. No thanks. Seen it.
It's a yeah.
All they do is bad jokes.
It's just gonna. Oh, dude! I opened your joke and I was like, he's gonna see this. Somehow he's gonna see this.
I really hope he does.
Me and Dace went and spoke at his class.
I didn't think about that part.
I just gave more.
What's up, JJs? All right.
Yes.
So I guess people are mad at Drake. Apparently he's attracted to minors. Newsflash, we're all attracted to minors.
That somehow kills.
That little hat with the light on it, they're just so cute. Alright, fuck Dave.
Yeah, let's play Cody's. Cody's is good. And for context, Nate is the bartender.
Yeah, that's good.
This is so good.
Hey, Nate. Hey, Nate. Hey, bro. Oh, Jesus. Make me a sloppy vodka Red Bull with extra cum. I like to water my liquor down with ejaculate. That's right, you all heard me. I'm just kidding, guys. It's a joke. Got him.
Yep. As soon as, because this is the preface Dace gave me for that joke. He goes, "It's really bad. I'm sorry. It's really bad." And then he goes, "It's actually kind of good."
I just meant that it's kind of good for you because I thought you would riff on the Drake part because it has to do with Drake, and I know that you're such a Drake fan. That's what I meant by that. Not that, oh, the joke is good and you would like the joke and you agree with the joke. The joke is bad. The joke is terribly, terribly fucking bad.
The funniest part of going to that class and talking, it was me, Dace, and Wes Corwin, and they did the Q&A, and all the questions were like pretty good. And then this one girl goes, with your guys' identity and like how you identify, how do you choose what to joke about? And you've never seen 3 more confused people in your life. And then I thought this would kill, and it did not. I go, don't say the N-word.
I laughed at it.
Like 3 people laughed.
I thought it was funny.
And I wanted to be like, but in all seriousness, don't say it. Some people have said it, and it doesn't go off for them. Don't say it. Sometimes people go to a comedy competition, and they say the N-word, and then the people in the audience threaten to sue the venue, and it costs them lots of money, and then they have to pay their bill.
Yeah.
Wasn't good. Okay. Caleb, what shows do you have coming up? Since you've obviously checked out of the podcast, dude.
Sorry, I was looking at my phone.
Disgusting.
December 10th will be at Comedy Avenue.
You think I told those stories for Dace? He was there. I told them for you.
And the listeners,
they were
and the
good.
listeners, the faithful listeners.
Tell your dates, dude. Whatever.
Comedy Avenue, December 10th. That's about it.
Dry spell.
Dry spell.
Tough.
Same here, brother. Same
Tough
here.
one.
What do you got?
I got December 21st at the Opolis.
Nice.
It's gonna be a good show.
So that did not get canceled.
Megalopolis.
It did not get canceled. It just got rescheduled. It's gonna be December 21st.
What day of the week is that?
Don't know. I just wrote December 21st in my
Great.
notes so that I would remember it.
Oh, I think it's a Saturday.
It is a Saturday.
I'll try to go to that.
Oh, all right.
I'll try to come through. Does it cost money?
I don't think so.
Because if
No.
it costs money, I'm probably not going to go. I know your jokes are.
But if it does cost money, you guys should totally go.
Let's see.
The listeners.
On Sunday, this will come out after Sunday. That doesn't matter. I'll be at Comedy Avenue on November 30th. It's ladies' night, so it's free for ladies, but guys can pay $10 to get in and try to look cool in front of the ladies.
There you go.
So, and there's free snacks. And Comedy Avenue is a ball. It's
Really great
It's
venue.
a hootin' tootin' great time.
It really is.
And then December 13th, I'll be at the Ice Creamatory. And
Nice.
apparently, I've been informed, Home Alone will be playing on a TV behind me the entire time.
Nice.
So, I'm gonna bomb.
I may or may not be doing a guest spot at that show because I talked to him about it and he was like, "Oh, we'll put you on the next show." And then I saw him like a week later and he was like, "Oh, you want to do a guest spot?" So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, he told me that news when I was furious about something else.
Awesome.
And so I was just like, this is just fucking great. Yeah, great. I compete with fucking
Home Alone.
Macaulay Culkin, dude. Macaulay Culkin is gonna fucking.
He's so high.
He's gonna make me bomb. He's the hottest kid ever. It's Michael Jackson's dream. He's gonna crush my dream.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all. Like, subscribe, share, follow the podcast. Tell your friends about your podcast. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your aunt, tell your uncle, tell your cousins, tell your friends, tell your dog. Don't tell your cat, dude. Bye.